Okay, so it is October in Florida, and you know what that means? It's stone crab season. So we're getting ready to put our traps out. Legally, the season begins October 15th. You can drop your traps in on October, I believe it's 5th. So we're getting all of our buoys and our lines set up. The traps we already have from last year, so we don't have to worry about pouring them. And what we're gonna do this year is a 2-ball system. So we're gonna have 2 buoys attached to 1 line. We found last year that each of these buoys was just a little too small. A lot of them got run over. We lost a few traps. Buoys didn't make it through a lot of the year. So what we're gonna do, I've got 10 buoys here, spacer, and then I've got 10 buoys there, and I'm just gonna start by spray painting 10 of each color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start spray painting. Okay, so we've got everything painted. The yellow I'm not too happy with, but these are probably gonna last a season, and we'll just make do. We're gonna let these dry for probably 15 minutes or so. I bought a sample of paint from Lowe's, like one of those little shaker samples that they have of black paint. We're gonna use that to put the R on, which is the R is for recreational crab trap. We're gonna do that, let that dry, and then we're gonna try something new this year. I'm gonna coat everything in a polyurethane and see if it holds up, if the paint holds up better to the sea than this. So we're gonna give that a shot. We'll let you know. Okay, so according to Florida regulations, every recreational buoy has to have an R on it. It has to be visible on both sides. So each of them has to have 2. And it has to be a minimum of 3 inches on each side that you do it. And I'm doing this large buoy last. So literally just paint the big old R for recreational on. And it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be efficient. There you go.
Yesterday, Megan painted the balls, got them all sealed up for the buoys. We're gonna put 1 yellow, 1 pink on our crab traps. But before we do that, we're gonna do a little crab trap maintenance. So we're gonna show you how we do that. Right down here, I've got a trap from last year. This is a nice little handle rope. So what I do here is I tie, you can either use a bowline on one side, or you can do like a uni knot on the corner, make them long enough, and then do a surgeon's knot here. So you get this little piece, and then do a uni knot on the other side. So this one's nice and tight. It's been tested, and what this does is when you're pulling the traps out of the water, this gives you an extra little something to pull up on when it's next to the boat. Some people tie their ropes to this piece right here. I like to have it separate because it gives you something to hold on to on one side and another piece to grip. Because over time, this entire trap is going to be covered in barnacles like those ones over there, and they get really sharp. So here I've got a 25-foot rope, not quite long enough for where we were dropping them last year. So we'd always have to go into like 18 feet because of the tidal changes. So I'm going to add like 10 more feet to these, and I want them to be around 35 feet. And I've got plenty of rope. The last thing I'm going to show you is this rope right here. This is a lead core rope. It's got a little string of weighted line in it, and that causes the rope to sink down. So as boaters are going by the traps, they don't have to worry about their props getting tangled up in the black ropes,
Floating ropes.
in the non-weighted line ropes. So we're gonna just add a couple feet to all these traps, and then we're gonna show you how we label our traps for Florida regulation. Then we're gonna bait them, drop them, and we'll see you out on the water.
All right, guys, so one thing you definitely want to do is find the correct placement and get the right tags with the right information on them. I'm pretty sure we get ours from Amazon.
Yeah, these are just regular dog tags that are imprinted. That way you don't have to worry about ink coming off.
And just a little tip for anybody that's going to be using any type of dog tags or anything, I strongly recommend against using any Phillips head or flathead screws. I'd recommend using hex screws like this. If you were to get any saltwater corrosion or buildup or anything on either a flathead or a Phillips head screw, you're gonna have a really hard time without stripping it and getting it off. These right here, take a wire brush, clean the tip, and it'll fit right in, nice snugly. And simple as that, just so that way you're not struggling to take your tags off for next season. And all we're gonna do, put one in on one side with the hole, then we're gonna take our other self-tapper here, we're gonna line this up nice and pretty, screw that in on the other side where it's not obstructing any information, and will be easy to take off once next season comes around.
Okay, so if you're a Florida resident, you don't have to pay to crab, but what you do have to do is register for a free crab trap permit. They're free. And it allows each person in your household to have up to 5 traps, and you have to put your name, address, and your trap number on here. Now, you can also do the same for blue crabs, and the way you tell the difference between a blue crab trap number and a stone crab trap number is that the stone crab starts with S as in Sierra, and the blue crab trap starts with B for Bravo. Super simple, 5 per person per household. You can imagine that stacks up pretty quickly, and it's free to register. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be out there getting stone crabs, and it's so much fun. We're gonna put some bait in here, and we're gonna close the lid. Just gonna lock them like that. And then we'll come back and pick them up in about a week. Woohoo!
And then what do you use as bait? Right here, pig's feet.
Pig's feet.
Preferably if you can get them whole. We couldn't get them whole this time. You can also use chicken, all your old fish carcasses, etc.
Number 2, I hear stuff moving around. Doesn't sound like crabs. Whoa! There's 3 or more in there. Look, yeah, kill them. Look at the size of these crabs. So a little male, no claws. You got monster male all day. It's gonna tip up towards me, top of the joint, up we go. Here we go. Rinse and repeat. Just measure
Don't
that
even
one.
have to, I was gonna say, don't even have to measure this one.
So tip up towards me, up to the joint, he pops it off. Guys, Happy New Year. Look at that stud.
Oh yeah, got him a little excited. Yeah, that'd be a jumbo right there, all day.
That's a good claw. Hold that thing up a little bit. Let me zoom out.
That right there is a nice claw.
Nice. And check this out. That's what we're looking for. These guys, like so. When you come in here, you don't have to be too fast. Like, these guys are strong. When their claws get this big, like I'm fighting this guy. Like he's strong. So these are both keepers, but look how big that one is. Hey guys, thank you for watching this compilation video from when we started stone crabbing in October till now, the middle of January. We've gotten about 40 pounds of stone crab claws, and it has been absolutely incredible. Please stay tuned for the next video, which is where we're going to show you recipes for your stone crab so that you're not just dipping them in butter every single time. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. Thanks, and Happy New Year.